Declarer and defenders play. Okay, whoops. So defenders must work together without seeing each other's cards, obviously. But that's the difficulty in defense. So when you're defending 50% of the time. So in bridge, the defense and knowing how to defend is probably the hardest skill. And it's probably the most important thing because obviously you're doing it 50% of the time, roughly speaking. 25% of the time you're going to be dummy, 25% of the time you're going to be declarer. So a lot of people kind of think, well, declaring is kind of the most important thing, but you're only doing it 25% of the time. Declaring, you're doing it most of the time. So being a good defender can massively improve your results, or improving your defense improves your results more than anything else. So really focus on that. I know a lot of people think, well, I've got a weak hand, can't do anything with this. But if you're defending with that weak hand, then that's where you're going to pick up the majority of your points, your good scores. So it's important to try to work out your partner's strength and distribution when defending. This is one of the skills. I mean, as a beginner, which you're doing at the moment, you haven't learned all the count signals and stuff like that. As you further your bridge career, you'll pick up more skills. But if you can, try to work out how many cards your partner or declarer has got in a particular suit. You can kind of work out the rest of the hand, working out people's points, working out the length of a particular suit. Why is a player playing a certain card can massively improve your defense. So if partner leads a suit and you win the trick, unless you can see a good enough reason, it's usually right to lead the suit back. So common thing is if partner leads that suit. So one thing you should always think about is when partners on lead, they make a lead, and so many beginners forget what they've led. It's really important to think, what did partner lead? Did they lead a low par? Did they lead a low diamond or something like that? So did they have a singleton in that suit? Are they leading from four of a kind? Are they leading from strength? You need to be thinking about these things. Okay, so it's important to play the right card when defending. Third to play, holding Jack 10, which card should you play? So this is basic carding, all right, in defense. So all the cards are out in one particular suit. Partner leads the two, so they lead fourth highest. Small, and what card should you play? So it's right here to play the 10. When you've got two of them here, you should play the 10. Okay, actually, it doesn't matter how many you've got exactly. It's to do with having the jack and the 10. If you play the 10, you're not denying the jack. Whereas if you play the jack, you're denying the 10. All right, so what this means is when you play the jack, this hand here, West, will think that declarer holds ace, queen, 10 rather than holding ace, queen, 9. Whereas if you play the 10, there is a chance you may hold the jack. So if whatever West gets in again, they could potentially lead another low one, hoping that you got the jack to force out the ace. And when you forced out the ace, this player West can then play the king, which crashes declarer's 9, and then sets up the 8, which is bigger than any dummies cards. So you can get two tricks in this suit, which might be useful, which might be good in defense. But if you play the jack, then West is never going to continue this suit again. And this might kill the defense. Because if you play the jack, they're going to think that declarer's got ace, queen, 10. Okay, so it goes 2, small, jack, queen, right? And West thinks this hand still has the ace and 10 left. They're never going to lead away from the king now because they're going to think that they're just going to set up declarer's 10. They're going to wait until East gets in and plays a card through in this suit. Okay. So it's important to play the right card when declaring as well. So same applies when declaring. So here we've got ace, king, queen. Now, when you're defending, you kind of play low. But when you're declaring, the idea really is to play high. to not show that you've got lower cards. So here, Jack is led, play small, and it'd be okay to play the ace. That wouldn't be the worst card to play. But as declarer, the best card to play actually in this particular instance is to play the king. Okay, the reason being is you want to fool East. All right, you want to fool East. You want to get them to think that West has led away from some holding like Ace Jack 10 9. Okay, you're hoping that East will leave this suit again because you got it nice and solid, Ace King Queen. You're happy to play in this suit because what you can do is you can win tricks in this suit and then play on another suit and establish that suit. So you might have a side suit which you want to play on eventually and establish. And you've in bridge, you've usually got one suit which is very weak, and you don't want the defense to switch to that. So you're happy for the defense to switch to this suit all the time because you've got 3 winners in it. So that's usually the case where you're happy for them to continue playing this suit. So if you want East to continue playing this suit, you'd win with the king to give them the impression that maybe West has led away from Ace Jack 10 9 in the suit, something like that. Because if West had started with Ace Jack 10 9, it would be right for East to continue this suit to pick up all of the suit and pick up 3 winners. But as you can see, with this holding it, you're always going to get 3 tricks, and you might well be able to set up a secondary suit. Keeping parity. So this means trying to keep the same length in a particular suit the dummy declarer has length in. Okay, so this could make the difference between an over trick or something like that, or making the contrast. So if we just analyze one suit, okay, so north-south, if you think how you're going to play this, you're going to play the king, okay, and then you're going to play the 9 to the ace, play the queen, okay, and then you're going to lose the 4th one to the 7 or the 6, all right? So here, what you're doing is West, you're keeping parity with this holding, with dummy. You're keeping 4 cards in this suit, the same 4 here. At first, it looks like, you've only got 7 high. You're not going to win any tricks, maybe. But the way it's laid out here is you will win that 7 against the 5 or the 4 if you hold on to them. But the danger is here is if you throw one of them away. If you throw one of them away, then North will now win 4 tricks in that suit. So it's important to keep the same length. Now here it's really easy to do because you can see dummy's cards. You can see there's 4 cards in this suit. So it's easier to do that because you can see it. Okay, you can see dummy's cards. Now, if we look at another example, if we just switch north and south around, you can't see the declarer's hand. Okay, so it's now difficult to hold on to this, so much harder to hold on to this suit. You might be guessing whether to hold on to it or not, or hold on to another suit. If you've got like 2 4-card suits and you're going to hold on to this one or another one, it's more likely you're going to give up cards from this because you've got little ones. All right, it doesn't look like the 7's going to win anything. So it's much harder to hold on to this suit when you can't see that declarer has 4 in this. Now, what you've got to think about is the bidding. Now, maybe this is, say, the heart suit. Maybe they've opened a no trump. North's bid 2 clubs Stamen. This now bids 2 hearts to show this 4-card heart suit. Now you know they've got a 4-card heart suit, okay? Or they might have opened one of this suit. So if you're playing Acco, you've got a 4-card suit when you open one of a suit. So you know they'll have a 4-card suit. So from the bidding, you might be able to, as long as you remember the bidding, this is why it's important to remember the bidding, that the declarer will have 4 in that particular suit. If they haven't bid the suit, then it can be difficult. All right, it can be difficult. You'll have to somehow maybe guess to hold on to this suit. Okay, it could become a complete guess. Okay, so if declarer plays on another suit and you end up having to throw something away, then you could guess the wrong suit to throw away. Okay. High encouraging, low discouraging, also known as held. High, H-E-L-D, held. High encouraging, low discouraging. So this is a form of signal Okay, it's what's known as an attitude signal. Okay, so it's attitude in a suit. So the three types of signal in bridge, there's attitude, count, and suit preference. Suit preference I'm not going to discuss in a beginner's course. That's more of an advanced stuff. But we've already dealt with a little bit of count where we play high and low to show like a doubleton. Okay. And we do attitude. So this is attitude. So let's say we lead the ace. We've got ace king. When you give an ace king, it's a good idea to lead the ace. Dummy comes down with that, and we've got this holding here. Okay, let's just go back one. Sorry. So you lead the ace. Now, what card are you going to play from the east holding? What we want to do is try and help our partner. We're going to give them an encouraging signal, okay? So high is encouraging. So we're going to play our highest one that we can possibly let go of, which doesn't cost any tricks. That's all you have to remember when you give an attitude. Let go of the highest card you can possibly let go of without giving a trick away. That's what I say. So here I would play the 10 rather than the 9. The 10 is higher than the 9. It's a clearer signal, okay? So let go of the 10. So when partner leads the ace, you play the 10. And now partner will either play the 5 or they'll play the king. It doesn't matter on this particular instance, but they probably should play the 5 just in case you had exactly queen 10 stiff, because that's a possibility. So play the 5 and they put in the 9 or the queen. So whatever this hand plays, you just beat it and you're going to get 4 tricks in this suit. Now, if they lead the ace and you play the 2, that'd be low, that'd be discouraging. So when you lead the ace and you play the 2, this leader would stop playing them, possibly, all right? So you'd want them really to continue, especially if it's no trumps. You're going to get 4 tricks in this suit. Okay, so again, I've just analysed a different suit. So here they lead the ace, small, and this time you play the low one, all right? So what you're saying to partner is, I don't have the queen, all right? Don't really want you to continue the suit. I don't have the queen. You know, you can continue if you want to, because if you're playing in no trumps, you can generate 3 tricks in this suit. So you might play an ace, you might decide to play a low one, okay? And if partner's got 3, then they can play another one back to your king, and you can cash the 7, and you get 3 tricks. So, but this could be a suit. This could be a suit contract, in which case it's unlikely that that 4th card is going to generate a trick if you're playing in a suit. But you're basically giving the information to partner. Play the 2, you're giving them the information whether to continue or not. It's kind of up to them. It might be right now, after playing the ace, to now switch, depending on what's in dummy, switch and try to get some extra tricks in another suit, rather than playing the king and setting up a trick here with the queen jack. Oops, so let's have a look at this. And so north, south, finishing 3 no trumps. So this is the dummy hand. South has opened a no trump, and it goes, well, 1 no trump, and they just bid 3 no trumps. And West here leads the queen of clubs. Okay, and then North wins it with the ace, plays on diamonds. So South has king, queen, jack of diamonds. So they play on diamonds, king, this hand ducks, play the queen, this hand ducks, play the jack, and this hand finally takes it with the ace. Okay, now, so the question is, on the 3rd diamond, which card are you going to discard from the east holding? All right, you're now out of diamonds. All right, so you're now down to this situation. So on the ace of diamonds, which card are you going to play? So if you think about it, high encouraging, low discouraging. So if you play a high heart, that would be encouraging, wouldn't it? The trouble about playing a high heart is that is a trick. We've won 1 trick so far with the ace of diamonds. We need another 4 tricks. Now, if partner switches to a heart, we'll get 4 tricks, you know? So if partner plays a heart, go in with the king, play the ace, then play the queen, jack falls, we've got the 10 and the 9. Okay, we'll get 4 heart tricks. So in a way, we want to play a heart to sort of say, you know, we'd like to play the 10 of hearts, say, we like this card. Let's continue it, wouldn't we, Chester? Chester says yes. We want to continue. The trouble is, throwing a heart away gives away a trick. So we can't throw a heart away. So the thing to do is throw the 2 of spades away. Okay, the two of spades says, I don't like spades. I don't want you really to play a spade. Now, when you're playing attitude signals, these aren't commands, okay? It's not a command, it's just a suggestion, all right? But it's a useful tool here. So playing the two says, don't really like it. Now, if you go back to the original lead, on the Queen of Clubs, East also played the two of clubs. So far we said, we don't like clubs, we don't like spades, and now on the third diamond, we're shown out. So we don't like spades, we don't like clubs, we don't like diamonds. Now, by negative inferences, which we don't like RLM, the only positive thing left must be hearts. All right. So West can now switch to a heart. Okay. Process of elimination, effectively. So West can switch to a heart and you get your 4 heart tricks and take the contract off. Okay. That's it. So I'm going to show some hands in a bit. So if you look at the next lesson, I'll show some hands, but there you go.